Hi coloring friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to have you. Thank you so much for joining in today. Today is my completed pages video for May and June, and I had asked you if you want to see one because I have only completed 6 pages in 6 books, which you can see here. I do have a few whips which we will go through as well, but yeah, I was kind of in a coloring slump, and yeah, I was just busy, and summertime is maybe not my favorite season to color because everything is sticky. You want to spend your time more outside, and yeah. But actually, I'm very happy that like 80% of you said that you wanted to see one, so thank you for that. But I also thank all of you who said, wait until you have more, don't stress yourself. I'm also grateful for your support, and yeah, so let's get started having a look in my journal, in my coloring journal first. So here are the 6 pages that I have colored, and then let's go to the other side so that we can have a look at my statistics. It's on this page here, so let's have a look here. Actually, I have colored 6 pages, as I said, in 6 different books. 3 of those were untouched. This is my effort to, get my uncolored books, started and to add a page in them. And I have finished 2 old whips from last year, so happy about that. You can also take a look at here. This is my completed whips, so 2 completed whips. And the total number of 11 whips this year. This is a very good tracker because I can always see how far I am in the year. And then down here, I've not worked on my whip challenge. And here I track new whips that I have started newly, and I have added 5 new whips that we also will have a look at. And then basically I'll zoom you out again a little bit, because I thought let's have a look at my other pages. These are new spreads that I have added. This is for my started pages tracker, so that I can actually keep track which pages I have started and then cross them off if I finish them just in another month. And so for May and June, I have just tracked it on this piece of paper here for now, because I want to have it the same way like here, printed basically. So I have written down those 5 new whips, and then I have another section over here in which I track my Color Your Hoard books that I have started this year. And so I have 3 books that I have finished my first page in, so I'm actually quite happy about that, how that is going. I mean, it could be more, but however. So, and now let's get started with my whips. And the first book that I'm going to share with you is Fairy and Fantasy 5 by Christine Karen. And yeah, I had great hopes that I would be able to finish this one here in June. I have colored all of her basically. So the background was done already, and then I colored her, and then only things are missing are those little details around here in this heart shape. But that was, which I couldn't get done in June. So I will just finish this one off in July then. But I'm happy with how it is going, especially with her hair. I've used 2 different marker bases here, like a yellow one and a blue one for the shadow area. And I think that it's basically coming along very well, so that you can see this is more lit up. Well, this is more in shadow. Going back, it's more toned down, not as warm, a little bit cooler. So this works very well with those different marker bases. I have filmed a quick tip for it. So, yeah. I'm rusty a little bit with my filming as well, because I haven't filmed anything in the last couple of months, obviously. So this was Fairy and Fantasy 5 by Christine Karen. Yeah, now comes a whip that some of you might have seen. It's R.J. Hampson Hide and Seek. And I was working on this chameleon page here, a camouflage of chameleons. And because I had a little 50 minutes video on this one, I'm using Chroma Flow pencils on this page, and I have to say that I absolutely love the Chroma Flow pencils. And yeah, in this video I was debating with myself if I should get the bigger set, the 150 count set, which was as a discount at the time. And I will just bring in the light a little bit more. And by now I did get it. So I'm trying to show you the glitters. I have some new glitters here on the wings of those little insects here, and then some golden color here in the flower center, and some stickles here in the centers of those pink flowers. So hopefully it's showing up. And yeah, as I said, I got the big set of Chroma Flow pencils by now. I love them and I want to use them a lot more, and I love how they go down on this Amazon paper here basically, and also on other paper, but yeah, enjoyed them a lot. So this was Hide and Seek by R.J. Hampson. Then, you know, when I start a new coloring season, I usually get started with some backgrounds on pages that I want to color, because, you know, I'm not always in the mood to color backgrounds. And so if I have them, you know, one day or so, when I have my stuff out, I just do a couple of backgrounds and enjoy it, have a lot of fun. And then later, when I'm ready to color the page, then I just can focus on the main image and don't worry about the background. And yeah, that works very well for me. So yeah, this page by Fabiana Atanasio, it was from her Etsy store. Very cute. It's very magical. I love this one. And the background was done with Distress inks. With the Distress Oxide inks, to be precise. And yeah, absolutely love this one. It looks kind of magical. This was actually a white ink that I tried here, and you can clearly see that it's a little bit shiny, and I think that they have like acrylic paint in there. So this is not ink, I guess. I assume it might be acrylic paint. Yeah. So I think I wouldn't use that for lightening up sections, because I don't like that this is shiny while all the rest is not shiny. But yeah, so this is how this one is going. And then I started another background in Easy Fantasy by Joshua Dunbar. This was his new book this year, and it might be one of my favorites of him because I just love fantasy. And I had started to do this background on this page here. I wanted to have light and shadow, so I tried to do that. I noticed that the paper buckled very badly, even though I have used my gel crayons, which, you know, obviously it is a little bit wet, but I use them in a dry way, so without adding any water to them. And usually they are perfect for Amazon paper because it doesn't buckle. But this one did buckle, and that just tells me that this paper must be thinner again. I think so, at least. So yeah, but yeah, the background is done. This is Joshua Dunbar with Easy Fantasy. Here comes another whip that you might have seen. This is Meine Ausmalwelt, Wald und Natur by Rehan Udachi. So this is forest and nature. And yeah, since you have seen the video, I have not continued this page here, unfortunately. So I just colored in the shelf, the bottom shelf here. And by the way, there was a request for this wooden shelf here and for a video, and it is recorded. So I hope that I will be motivated to edit it very soon to bring it out to you. So yeah, the person, I think it was one person, maybe even two, I can't remember. There was some interest in this wood here, and yeah, I really want to bring it to you. It's coming. I will try to do it on this weekend as well, I hope, but I want to color a little bit as well, because my mojo is back, and now I'm back with coloring, with filming, with editing, with all the stuff basically. So this is my progress in this book here. Yeah, I can't wait actually until this gets finished, because I think it will look so cute when it is done. I'm using the Polychromos pencils on this paper here, on this page, and I enjoy them quite a bit in here. No marker base, nothing. So then I have also started a page in Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Mermaid coloring book, and there was, you know, a technique that I wanted to try out. So I started a new page. Let me put that aside so that you don't get distracted. And it was with some felt pens, and it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. I don't know if the paper is different, because I had done one in Halloween by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and it worked perfectly, but I had used Crayola Super Tips, and now I think I've used something from Staedtler or so. And but in this book, and it's either the ink of the pens which is different, or it is the paper that is different. It didn't dissolve, so it was a mess. It looks like a kid's drawing, like scribble like everywhere. It was really bad. And then what I did, you know, when I want to rescue pages, the backgrounds, then I use gesso. I have just white gesso. And, you know, I don't go over the whole page because I don't like the texture, obviously. I just go around here, add the texture where I need it, so on the background. And it flattens out beautifully. And then I went on top with watercolors, and I did quite a bit because I had the gesso down. And I know that it will flatten out. I don't know what it is, but the gesso always, even in Amazon books, the paper will be flat and buckle free. So I don't know what it is. It also feels different. Like, I don't know. Yeah, however, I did this watercolor background, had a lot of fun just playing, and you know, I'm not the most experienced with watercolor backgrounds, but I like what I did here. I think it's okay. And this was just normal watercolors. I think it was by Schminke. And then here on the tails, I had those shiny watercolors, which I also wanted to use. Those were also new. And yeah, it was some smaller sets by Lizzie Linska. A difficult name to say. However, they are made in Germany, so, you know, whenever I can get something cool in Germany, I try to get it because, yeah, it's easier for me, obviously. So, yeah, I tried them out here, and they are very shiny, as you can see. So, yeah. And then my mojo was gone, so I hadn't had the mojo to go in and color the skin, the hair, even though this is the things that I like to do a lot, but yeah, the mojo was gone, and so this page is sitting. So this was Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Mermaid's coloring book. And then I have my musical Maidens by Hannah Lynn. This is an uncolored book, and I wanted to add my first page to this book, and this book has a beautiful mermaid. I really love this page here, and so I got started with this page here basically. So I had a lot of fun to color her tail, especially this part here, and her hair. It was also a lot of fun. And then on her tail here, I went over with my new, I had some glitter paints by Rebecca the Art Spirits from the UK, and I get them slowly because it's quite expensive to get them. So I hope the glitter is showing up. I put some artificial light here today. It's also kind of dark today, so hopefully you can see everything. So I'm looking forward to do her skin basically, but I'm not so much looking forward to do the background, to be honest. And I don't know how to approach it, if I should do it with alcohol markers maybe, because it's quite a big area, but not big enough to go in with my beloved gel crayons, especially since I have already colored her. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure how to do it, to be honest. And I think that's where I lost my mojo for this page here, I think. But I hope to come back to this one because I like how this is going. I like the color scheme, and yeah, it needs to be finished, definitely. So this was Mystical Maidens by Hannah Lynn. And then I have one last page that I did work on, and it was Halloween Cuties by Joshua Dunbar. This is a WIP from last year and I had just continued it. So I also brought the video out to you how to do the magic. I think that I brought the video out to you, or is it missing? I think 2 videos are still missing from those 15 minutes episodes, which I only had those episodes in the last couple of weeks. And yeah, I want to bring some more exciting stuff to you as well, but I'm very thankful for everyone who enjoys this little series. I have 2 more filmed. It might be that this one is missing actually. So I have colored the magic, showed you how I did this with acrylic brush markers from Alex, and then how to do this gold, how to do the gemstone. This is just pencil coloring. I can't remember. I think, yeah, Prismacolor, I guess. Most probably. I think I have used Prismacolors on it. And yeah, so this is the last WIP. And now let's get started with my completed pages. And yeah, this is the page that I have completed from this book here. It was also a started page from last year. I had started it in the Halloween season with the background. It was one of those days when I just started backgrounds, and I love the background, how it came out. It's a typical gel crayon background. You know, those kit brands. It's not even the gelatos. Nowadays I usually go with the Shuttle Art gel crayons because they work just as fine, to be honest. So yeah, I use them a lot. And then, yeah, I just went in and colored those. I showed you how to color the lunar moths, or how I color them. And then I had a lot of fun doing the light and the pumpkin here. And then I did outline them here with my glitter watercolors. This is something that I really like to do it. The outlining, and this is a very fine outlining here. And yeah, let me go a little bit closer to make sure that you can see the outline, because I love glitter. I just love glitters. So, and here. Yeah, and I think that's it. That's all for glitter. And yeah, I'm very happy with the page, how it came out with the pinks and so on. And yeah, so this was my first completed page in Halloween Cuties. I mean, no. It was not the first completed page in this book. It's the first completed page for this video, I wanted to say. So, Halloween Cuties by Joshua Dunbar. So this is Mountain King by R.J. Hampson. I colored my second page from R.J. Hampson. And it is this one here with those dragons and the lantern. And yeah, I did a gel crayon background again. And you can see that you can get very strong colors, very dark, strong colors, good contrast. So I love my gel crayon backgrounds, to be honest. How I can go so deep with the gel crayons is when I add another layer, basically. So I totally let it dry overnight. Yeah, at least overnight, so that the colors are very dry, and then you can add another layer. And the second layer I usually add directly onto the page and then just mirror it. I mean, you can take a foam or your finger, but I don't do it with the brushes, because the brushes they would take it off, kind of. So this is how I get my background so deep. And then, yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about this cute page here. It was a simple one. That's, I think, the reason why I chose it. I love doing light scenes the last couple of months, actually. I wanted to color more light scenes with lanterns and stuff. So I did that and I enjoyed it. And then on the dragons, I again have a little fine outlining, because, yeah, this is just what I love to do. I have some glitters on the candle there. And yeah. So that is my page from R.J. Hampson in Hide and Seek, my first completed page here. And yeah, happy that I have my second finished page from R.J. Hampson and that I have another completed page in one of his books. So, Mountain King. This is, by the way, I think this might be my favorite book from R.J. Hampson. So, then I have also colored in Amazingly Adorable Characters Collection. This is the coloring book number 9 by Daria Sakersoy. And yeah, here in this book, I colored this beauty here. She is, I would say she's a mermaid, and that's the reason why I chose to color her. I wanted to do something for Mermaid. I've only finished her in June, but I guess it's okay. You know, in these books, this is a grayscale book, and I find that the grayscale is kind of dark, and I have troubles to cover it up, to be honest. And I don't like the better quality paper from Amazon because for me, Prismacolor is the only pencil that goes down on this type of paper nicely. I don't enjoy any other pencil brand on this paper so far. So I enjoy the normal Amazon paper much better, to be honest. Much better. I know I might be the only one with this opinion, but you know that the Amazon papers in all the different countries are different. So it's not comparable, basically. So, but this is her. So I have added again some glitters, outlining, did a lot of glitter here on her dress. This was also my new glitter by the Art Spirits. This was the Disco Dust. Very colorful glitter. I love it. I like it a lot. And then for the outlining, I've used my glitter colors by Lizzie Linska. So these are nice because they have actually a color in them. So yeah. I will give you a close-up. I have a little bit of glitter on her eye makeup as well. So, and as I said, she was colored with the Prismacolor Premier because for me, this is the only pencil that really works on this paper here. I think the hair I might have done with the Polychromos, maybe. But it was kind of a struggle. So, and I think the dress I have colored with the Chroma Flower, tried that out. So, yeah, it was kind of okay, but yeah, as I said. So this was Serenity by Daria Sakisoy from her coloring book number 9, Amazingly Adorable Characters Collection. So now I will show you one of my favorite pages this season, and this is Matchstick Mouse, a floral coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. And now most of you might think, oh, so easy pages, how can it be one of my favorites? But it is because of the glitter, I think. I will zoom you in just a bit more because the page is kind of small, but you know, I try to go very atmospheric here. You know, I'm trying my atmospheric coloring, so that means I want to have light in the page and shadow. So I try to go very dark down here in the corners and also a little bit more up here. And where the light comes, I try to add, the shine of the candles also down here. I tried some reflective light, or how you call it, the bounce light here on the back side of the mouse and the tube here, the bass tube in blue. Also here on the window frame, this bluish reflective color. And that was what I wanted to try out and practice. And those smaller pages are perfect for it. On this page here, again, I have used my Döven Chroma Flow. I enjoyed them so much. I enjoyed them so much. It was a lot of fun. Then, you know, at start I hadn't add any glitters, but then I showed this page to a family member and he said, where's the glitter? Can't you add some glitters, maybe on the raindrops, maybe on the candle? And then I went back to my desk and took out my glitters, and then I really went to town with it. So I did some stickles on the raindrops, and I did a lot of glitter color here on his fur. I think this looks so nice. I really, really like it. So, trying to show it to you. Then here where the candles are, and then basically I did a little bit of glitter everywhere. Because when I have my glitter colors out, then I go for it. So this was one of my favorite pages this month. Matchstick Mouse, a floral coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. It was just a lot of fun. So then, I also colored Graveyard Gold by Kala Magana. This was also the first page in this book. I got this book this year. And I colored this cute little ghost page here. I'm a sucker for those ghost pages since I followed the tutorial by Zazu and Color. She had one in a Jasmine Beckett Griffiths book and made a girl. She was not the most beautiful girl. She put them into a ghost and it was a lot of fun to color her. And I thought this technique, it would work perfectly on her, on this ghost, which actually is a ghost as well. So I've used my gel crayons to create a night sky background first and get lighter towards the middle section where there is this ghost here. And I colored even over the ghost, you know, with my light colors. So the ghost is basically based with a gel crayon except for her face. This is done with an alcohol marker and that's why this is much more vibrant. But for a ghost effect, it is actually not too bad if it is not as vibrant. Then I outlined all the lines with at the top part with white acrylic paint marker with a Posca. And then when I go down, I actually use those Artix acrylic brush markers, which are a little bit softer and in a blue color, so a similar color to her coloring, so that she really fades into, the rest of the page. And because the white is quite outstanding, I would say, and I like it for her face, but I like it a little bit softer at the bottom of the page. And then here the gravestones I've done with Neocolor 2 with this stone color combination by Fuzzle Fee, which I also absolutely adore. It's a lot of fun. It always works, you know. Even if you're in a coloring slump, this technique, it always works. It always looks good. It always looks like stone, you know. Then, I made those cracks a little bit more obvious, added some highlights here, and added some moss with the Artix acrylic brush markers, which is a technique that I also very much like. I went over here with a white gel pen to make it a little bit fuzzy around it, a little bit foggy as well. So, I added some glitters here on her skirt with the Art Spirits Fairy Dust. Also here on her ribbon and the hair. So on all the clothing basically. I think it's showing up a little bit. And then for her face, I wanted to go actually like colored eyes and colored lips to really make her face stand out and just have a lot of fun. And this was a lot of fun to do it, but for some reason really I did it very slowly because I was in my slump. And even though this is an easy page, an easy quick process, it took me almost the whole month to do it. And when I asked you if I should do the completed pages video, I had this one not even finished. So, but I knew that I would be able because my mojo returned. So, so this is my very first page in this book. My very first page by Carla Magana, by the way. So this is Graveyard Girls by Carla Magana. And then my last page is Garden Lady by Lana Green Art. This was this beautiful hardcover book, which she brought out in Korea, maybe? I think so. It was not in Japan. It was not available on Amazon Japan. I had to get it elsewhere, but I had to have it because I needed to have this book by Lana Green Art. And this is the page that I have finished. It was a started page from last year. I had done all the face and all the hair was done. And what was missing was all those sunflowers. So, and you can see how big those sunflowers are. It is quite repetitive. I love sunflowers, but it was really quite repetitive to do all those petals. And so it was, I really had to sit down and push myself a little bit to finally get this done. But as I said, this was the moment when I was very motivated after my slump. The last days of June. And yeah, as I said, I was just really motivated to get another page done so that we have something to look at in the completed pages video. And I'm so happy that I finally finished it. And you know, I just pushed through. So I colored some petals, then maybe I did something else, and I came back throughout the day several times, always sitting down, doing some more petals until it was finally done. Yeah, so. And this is done completely, almost completely with pencils. I started here with the Polychromos pencil, so this is Polychromos. And then later I just switched to Prismacolor Premier. First, for me, when I want to get something done, the Prismacolor Premier is just the fastest pencil. But this is because I know them so well, and also because they blend so quick and easily. While Polychromos, yeah, you need to lay a little bit more. However, it still looked a little bit pale. And what I did, I went over with the Faber-Castell Pit Pens, you know, on top of the pencil. And that's what makes these sunflowers really vibrant and popping. Especially also the Polychromos one, which was very pale. It really pops as well now. So that's a good tip. If you want to bring something out with a little bit more color, then you can go on top with your water-based markers, for example. The Pit Pens are pigment brush pens, so they have, of course, a little bit stronger color. And by the way, here in the center part, I went down with the Albrecht Dürer as a base, and then I think it didn't bleed through, but for a moment I thought it did. And then I decided, no, I won't base anything here with a wet medium, because this book is too beautiful. I don't want to ruin any of those pages, and so, yeah, I won't do this again, I think. But yeah, very happy. Finished my very first page from Lana Green Art. So, and that was all for my completed pages, for May and June. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was only 6 pages. You know, this is a hobby, so just enjoy yourself and don't stress yourself out. I did a little bit. This was part of the slump part, I would say, because I stressed out that I didn't get the pages done. And then I didn't do anything at all. I just gave up. However, I will go more relaxed in the next season. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a like, leave me a comment. And I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!